Well, I was born here, so I grew up here. I guess it was slower. It was friendlier, I think. We always walked to school, walked home from school. So in that sense, it seemed, I guess, safer. I don't really have any specific memories. It was just fun. I remember having fun as a kid and being a kid. It was good. Um, I don't know if it made a real difference to me, but I'm really pleased to see the cultural diversity in the city. I know in later life when I've travelled, I never kind of consider ourselves to be on holidays unless I'm in a country where I can't speak the language. And it's so nice to go into supermarkets and hear people conversing in what is obviously their first language, and that can be anything. And I just love the diversity that those cultures bring to our city. And unfortunately, I think I worry that we're starting to lose some of that or lose the support for those people in our community. I don't know. I don't know that there's much I miss from the city. Um, I'm pleased to see the changes. So I don't think there's anything I miss. I mean, the things I miss are my grandparents and people I grew up with who are no longer here. That's what I miss. Not so much I've helped out, or not so much other people helping out, but I've been really privileged that over my 40 years working mainly around the Pilbeam Theatre, that I've seen the communities come together to produce the work on stage, and it's been a real pleasure both through the musicals that we've produced, but also through all of the high schools that come to the Pilbeam Theatre and present an annual musical, the way they work together to produce that finished product on stage, that when you look at first rehearsals, it looks a bit of a schmozzle, but what happens there on opening night is quite amazing. And I've always said that I would go along to the Monday of production week, watch a rehearsal for our musical and be horrified at where things were going wrong. But I learnt over time that that was just Monday, and that by opening night on Friday it would be amazing. And so that's what I really, really enjoy, seeing the community come together and create something that is there for a couple of weeks, then gone. So ephemeral. Well, I don't know that I've got a specific story. I've got a whole series of stories about things that have happened at the Pilbeam Theatre. I guess yeah, I don't know that I have one specific story. I think probably the one thing that gets mentioned in connection with Rockhampton a lot is former Mayor Rex Pilbeam. And while he had his faults, he made some amazing changes for Rockhampton. You know, the sewering the city was his big claim, but you know, he built that swimming pool, and he built the Pilbeam Theatre and created the art gallery collection. And so while as an individual, he wouldn't have said he was a follower of the arts. He certainly knew what his city needed and went out and got it. And he was such a great advocate, despite his views on whether women should work after they get married. Um, I think they get wrong the idea that you can't come to Rockhampton and succeed, that it's a backward town. And I've just been thrilled over the years to see so many young people excel in the arts and continue and go on to careers on the international stage. That people need to understand that just because you grew up in Rockhampton and want to pursue the arts, you have to leave town. Yeah, your early training's here and you do have to go away to complete that training, but it's a place where you can excel in the arts. I think just that you can achieve. The community is very supportive if you want to work hard and achieve your goals. And I would also add that I hope people continue to understand that that unless you're First Nations heritage, we all come from away, and you know, it's that cultural diversity that adds to the colour of our city, and they are very much part of our community, and that's why I just love living here.